Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. According to Professor Sapona Sipon, in her book Psychology from Islamic and Western Perspectives, one of the weaknesses in the field of psychology is the refusal to acknowledge the most important source, which is information about human sourced from revelation from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Psychology seeks to comprehend and explain human behavior. As a result, it is crucial to assisting in predicting, controlling, and shaping human behavior. Consequently, the title of our presentation is The Many Parts of the Human Being, Spiritual, Mental, Qalb, and Nafs.
आशियाना मेरा साथ तेरे है ना ढूंढते तेरी गली मुझको घर मिला तू जो मिला लो हो गया मैं काबिल.
For the last various aspect of human being, we'll share to you about Arruh that is related to the human various being. Interpretations related to the spirit. The meaning of Arruh used in the Quran is among them. The meaning of spirit is associated with the strength of the soul, the determination of the heart, or the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as Allah says in Surah Al-Mujadilah, chapter 58, verse 22. Also gives the meaning of the angel, which is Gabriel, as in chapter 26, verses 193. Arruh also mean the event of the soul blowing into the human body, which is stated in chapter 32, verses 9. Imam Al-Ghazali stated that the soul is divided into two. For the first one is animal spirit, the subtle spirit that is found in the cavity of the heart and is the source of life, feelings, movement, and vision that is connected to the body parts. The second part is spirit of Natika, the spirit that knows all the fact that exists. Imam Al-Ghazali concludes that the relationship between Ruh and Nafs influences each other. Regarding the statement of the term Arruh, as in Surah Al-Hijj, chapter 15, verse 29, Ibn Kathir explained that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala breathed a spirit into his creation, which is man, to prostrate and trust as a caliphate. The existence of the spirit proves the gift of life that is bestowed as a blessing that cannot be described by the human mind. Therefore, the spirit is very important to give birth to many people with good behavior and perfect morals in order to become pious people in the afterlife.
Intellect or akal in Islam has a special perspective compared to the concept of mind or mental in terms of a modern perspective. Intellect or akal in Arabic term is one of Allah's gift to his creature, human. According to Imam Al-Ghazali, akal has two meanings, which is knowledge about the nature of a situation, which is a theory, and second is a channel to communicate the idea of theoretical reason to the driving force of forming practice. In the Quran, there is a verses encourage people to think and use the advantages of reason to know the greatness of Allah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna syarrad dawabi indallahi summu bu'mul lazina la yaqilun. The statement of the Quran shows that Allah told humans to use reason as a thinking tool to reflect on the reality of life in order to produce knowledge.
Okay, first is Qalb. The words of Qalb comes from the Arabic words, which means turning. This is because the state of the human hearts often goes back and forth, sometimes feeling sad and exhausted, and sometimes feeling happy, and sometimes agreeing on something, and sometimes rejecting it. In addition, the term qalbu is also defined as the heart, an organ in the human body other than qalbu, which is also interpreted as qalbu, which is a human thought related to feelings or something that is used to feel in human thought. There are various types of hearts that have been explained in the Quran to describe the human heart. Among the types are al-qalb based on tasawwur, al-qayyim such as a clean or a healthy heart. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Ashura verse 88 until 89. The translation of that verse, only those who comes before Allah with a pure heart will be saved. The term qalbu in the verse above means a clean or healthy heart, which is the heart of a believer that is clean or healthy from the influence of polytheism and hypocrisy.
Nafs is an Arabic word occurring in the Quran, literally meaning self. It has been translated as psyche, self, ego, soul, or lust. The Quran implies that the nafs as the inner side of humans related to behavioral impulse, attitude, and behavioral itself. For instance, in the story of the wife of the ruler of Egypt during the time of Prophet Yusuf ﷺ, Zulaikha, he realized his sin, and patiently he said in Surah Yusuf verse 53,
وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي إِنَّ النَّفْسَ لَأَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ إِلَّا مَا رَحِمَ رَبِّي إِنَّ رَبِّي غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ.
In Tafsir At-Tabari, Abu Ja'far said, Yusuf ﷺ said, and I did not accept from error and mistake, so I purified it, the soul with the evil. He said, the soul is the soul of his servants, telling them to do what they want, even if their desire is for something other than what God is pleased with, except for what he has mercy on. He said, except my Lord will give mercy to whomever he wills his creation, then he will save him from following his lust and obeying him in what he commands to be evil. Truly, my Lord is forgiving and merciful. No one can remove the nature of evil from himself except with the permission and guidance of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala said. That's why we need to seek the guidance and ask the forgiveness from Allah. On the day of judgment, only the soul will be resurrected, while the body has become a permanent grave.
An explanation of the study of the dimensions of spirit and nature, which is ruh and nafs, is one of the special and unique natures of psychology in Islam that gives deep meaning to the structure of human psychology. This is because Western psychological theory is unable to reach the essence of human diversity, while the basic concept of psychological structure cannot reveal the essence of diverse human behavior. Parallel to this statement, the soul dimension should be explained and understood more deeply.